Alright. Rightio. Wakey wakey! And need this. Okay, so it's Sasha, Ocean, Aralu, and me. It's probably so. Sasha's gonna beat Ocean, Aralu's gonna beat me. I'm gonna beat Ocean, and then Aralu and Sasha will have their first place. Assuming either of them are here. And assuming I don't massively lag out like I did last week. Seriously, where are they? Like, there's only 4 people. See if Ocean wants to do a few games while we wait. Oh, that's a... That's a deck. I don't know, maybe maybe we will win because they won't turn up. We'll win by forfeit. Ocean and I will actually be the finalists. Oh yeah, I've got moles. I should try and... It's not really a good position to mole. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, is it? I'm gonna rush a Raccoon Warren for the simple reason that I don't really have anything else. Like, if he rushes me with this, I'm kind of screwed. Could just put up 2 machine guns, but that's 120 food anyway. So we're getting occasional lag spikes, but generally alright. Should I bother going for ferrets? I kind of think it might be better to just go straight for a wolf. Everything feels like it's moving really fast. So anyone who's been keeping up with the lore knows that I've been complaining about my arm being injured for nigh on a year now, but it got markedly worse over the last few weeks. So now it's continued to get worse. So now I'm on a lot of quite strong painkillers. Yeah, the no high ground vision makes that section kind of annoying to push into. I'd like to get a bit of sniping done. I mean, he's not attacking me, so I can just get this wolf up. I don't know if the wolf buffs the scavenge rate for them as well. Is he just going falcons? He should have his own tier 3 coming up by this point. I'm going to take these because why not? Oh, crud. Luckily, he's not chasing me for some reason. I can very easily handle this once I get my stuff out. Just trying to buff the Warrens. Heal those up. I'm kind of BMing at this point. Wolfbuff raccoons are kind of nuts. Oh, no, 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 no. I got cocky. I goofed it. I doofed it. Okay, maybe I didn't. We're actually totally fine. We have plenty of economy. You can take them now. Sod it. There's nothing on it. Waste his time with it. Just keep on spamming raccoons. Sly Cooper in this business. Mass raccoon. Okay, are either of them? Where are Aralu and Sasha? I mean, it says Aralu's offline. It says Sasha's online. They both signed up. I think oh. So yeah, if they aren't here, because they're not even messaging in the Discord, but I think then after this game, if they still haven't said anything, I'm just going to say they forfeit. Which honestly we could do now. Generally, I think that there's not a hard and fast rule on it It used to be 15 minutes, I think. If they don't turn up, then you get the forfeit. I say I think, I know quite well. I don't know. I've got this thing where I say I think when I know something just to soften it, so that I deliberately make myself sound unsure. It's like to preempt being wrong, even though I know that I'm not. Anyway, kind of a rough deck. I think I need to get skunk. Honestly, what I need is I need to rush the fox, really. Like, having Toad as my only tier 1 is quite bad, but having Toad as my only tier 1 and then Skunk as my only tier 2, like, they're both AoEs. I kind of need some, like, just basic hit scan damage. So I think I'm literally just sticking down an artillery to defend, and then sticking down a fox. I mean, if this is... Oh, he's going for fox as well. If this... okay, that's skunk. If that was falcon, I would have been in trouble. But the fact that he's also rushing actually puts us in a much better position. I'm gonna sell this then and go for one of these. Get the wolf fox immediately. Oh, fox boar. I mean, it might be worth getting some skunks just for tanking purposes. Honestly, what I really want to go for is another fox. Yeah, I'm obviously very apprehensive about trying to go fox v fox. Well, one fox against fox and other stuff. I think I'm just spamming foxes. Okay, he's coming. I'm not going to get all of them out. Am I? Okay, maybe I am. See, the magic number, what I really want is 5, because then you one-shot the commander. Okay, well, never mind. Same effect. Oh, no. Not having anything to tank is coming back to bite me. Put you in the water, get you healed up quicker. It's also very annoying that I can't get any high ground vision. I'm also going to start running out of food soon. I should sell that artillery and move it. That's my controller bugging out. Another button on my controller's going. Heal. Oh, Aralu is here. My controller's literally breaking, so I can't micro. This is a conundrum. Yeah, I think I've lost on the basis of I literally just can't. I'm gonna starve. There's literally just nowhere for me to... no farms for me to take. Okay, so they have turned up now. They literally just both forgot. Oh, what now? Why aren't you readying up? I'm probably going to lose this. Even if I was not high, Aralu is a better player than me. I sort of don't mind though. I've had my fun. Got to play my wacky games with Ocean. Kind of annoyed that I couldn't make that Fox game work. I needed another mill. If I'd had one more mill to put stuff on, I probably could have. But the only thing I had that could attack buildings was the toads, which, you know, are obviously not very cost efficient. Or even if I'd had pigeons, maybe I could have made it work. Darting in and out. I think it was theoretically possible for me to make it work. I think I got too complacent. The first time I killed his commander, I lost all my foxes anyway, because I sort of just left them. I didn't kite with them, I just left them. That high ground, that little piece of high ground, forcing me to have to walk up, was a serious problem. Not having a mill, not having anything that could... Yeah. There were a few things that were going against me there. Quite a few. But I still think, honestly, if I microed my foxes better, probably could have done it. Anyway. Oh, there is a tier 1. So, Arulu and I pretty much at parity. Go for raccoons. I was floating a lot of food there. But I didn't lose tier 2s. He lost 1. It's slightly ahead. You could go for more cams or falcon. I'm going to go falcon. And just keep ecoing. Okay, he's basically dropped all the tier 1. Kind of tempted to go for tier 3 here. I think I might actually. Ooh. Toadies. There, he got all his toads right on my cams. Yeah, I'm dying here. That was a micro. My micro is suffering because of the drugs. My cams were coming in at the side. If I just managed to get them, not retime them a bit better so that they didn't all walk into the toads, I could have done that. It was the toads that really cost me. Oh. I could have held on. And then it would have just been needing... Then when the wolf came out, I probably would have just won. I only needed to hold out for an extra, I don't know, 20-30 seconds. And I could have easily done that if the cams had got on the raccoons rather than hitting the toads. I'm just repeating myself. Oh. But yeah, I'm struggling with the micro. It's going to be a bit sloppy. And some of that is because that button, which I do to move select units, like that's sometimes not coming through. This controller is quite old and knackered at this point. Which is just, you know, another debuff to add to the list. Ooh. It wouldn't have mattered there though. That was last time, that was just a mistake on my part. Like, I saw the toad, saw the cam, needed to avoid it, and then I just didn't.
Yes, your champion, the advance.
Ooh.
Walking your ciel, je Manchester.
That's an interesting move to take, very far forward. I'm very worried about taking this one because he's got this high ground here. He can kind of leverage against me. I'm going to do that just so I've got vision.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, that toad. How'd they catch up? Those toads absolutely annihilated me. I'm kind of confused as to why he's not pushing. I should get my own toads. Oh, he's... Right, I have to counterattack here. That's the wrong way to run. I think that might have been enough damage though. He killed 3 of my farms, I killed 3 of his. Tier 3, Tier 2s. Ferrets are actually quite good from here. I need time to build a proper army. I'm gonna have to go in. It didn't go well. Whatever. I knew I was gonna lose against Aralu. I had fun. Where was that counterattack I did? I guess it was 430. Yeah, I just didn't do enough damage. I should have done enough damage. I guess he was just, he was ahead of me. He had so many farms down that it was... Yeah, technically I was 5 farms down because I only had 3 on my second mill, whereas he'd... Yeah, I understand. I'd gone up to 11 farms, he'd gone up to 16, so he lost 3 and came down to 13. I lost 3 and came down to 8. That's how it worked. That's why he was still so far ahead. Oh well. Oh, there's a new SDF movie.
Does anybody know how to fly a plane?
There we go. I'm gonna set that up to watch. Alright, ocean versus deep sea. Squirrel, pigeon, skunk, raccoon, boar, fox against squirrel, pigeon, ferret, snake, badger, machine gun. Alright, so obviously Sasha's the favourite, far and away here. I predicted that to begin with. Ocean, this Boar Fox deck is actually the one he was using against me. I mean, it's got a good shot of beating a Badger. Like, Boar Fox should beat a Badger. He's got the pigeons to try and counteract the snakes. I mean, it's not going to be the deck that loses Ocean this game. It's going to be the macro and micro decisions, which... the macro decisions and the micro execution, which Sasha is just going to be better at, because he's played the game a lot longer. Okay, so going for snakes quickly. Ocean, is he saving up for tier 2 as well? Tier 3? He's floating a lot of food. Okay. Boar on the front line. You generally don't want to put your tier 3 warrens on the front line, because that's where they're vulnerable. And it also makes them easier to scout. Like, really, he wants it back here, where it's better protected. Because now Sasha can just sort of kamikaze in and get the boar, and then even if he loses his army, he's probably trading up well. Now, Sneaky Snake coming around the side. That's 1 dead pig, 2 dead pigs, 3 dead pigs. Oh no, that 3rd pig isn't going to die. So 2 dead pigs, 120 for 120 for 60. So, so it's a good trade. Because it's not just 120. It's like the time it's a food. You've also got to counter the food that you would be gaining if you were mining instead of building, which is an extra 20. So really it's more like 160 food for 60. But it's not an insurmountable deficit, especially with this tier 3. Now, Sasha's gone for his own, he's gone for the badger, and in a 1v1 the badger will beat the boar because the badger can move. Thing is, it's not going to be... Ocean's coming in before the badger is built. He should get this mill at least. Even if Sasha does try to hold it, the boar is just gonna send it in. Oh, dead commander is a real problem, but he was rallying forward anyway. I think, honestly, that might be enough damage. It depends. Ooh, the badger is up. How it all comes down now to Sasha's micro. Ocean needs to sell the boar and just spam squirrels. No, don't go out. Don't defend the... Oh, Ocean needs to just turtle up here. He needs to get enough squirrels out that he can gun down the badger, but he hasn't. The badger's going to overwhelm him now. He's going to get revved up on the warrens, destroy them, and then there's just not going to be anything left. Oh, I thought we were going to see something amazing there. I thought Ocean was actually going to take it. Why's my torso so itchy? Alright, so squirrel, pigeon, ferret, falcon, badger, fox from Ocean against squirrel, lizard, falcon, skunk, wolf, fox for Deep Sea. Oh, everything is itchy. I need a shower. Kind of a unpleasant map for Ocean as well. I guess this is a pretty safe mill, but it still does have this path in through the water, which Sasha can make good use of with his lizards. Whereas this mill is much more in line with where Deep Sea would be defending anyway, so it's much safer. But both players pretty much just have the one. I suppose it's easier for... I don't know if I really say it is easier for Ocean to expend here than for Deep Sea. They're pretty equidistant. There is a cliff in the way for Deep Sea. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's huge. I don't think it's really easy for either of them. It's just, I think the lizards for deep sea on this map are going to be really strong. There's a lot of, it's quite an open map. A lot of ways to get around through little one tile points. Like, it's hard for, say Ocean takes this mill, then if he defends so that the lizards can't come in here, then he's leaving all of this path open, or vice versa. It's very hard for Ocean to defend against all the channels the lizards can come in from, which means Deep Sea should be getting some decent hit and run damage done. If he actually goes for them. He's not gone for any lizards yet, he's stuck with the squirrels. Now he's bringing out some lizards. Getting some skunks as well. Ocean going for ferrets. It's not really a... I mean, I think if you get ferrets on this little sticky out bit of the platform, it can hit the mill from the high ground. That's always fun. It's just, is that good enough? Ferrets don't really do well against armies that are mainly tier 1. The warrens are all pretty well tucked in, pretty well defended. No defensive structures. Oh, and here's what I meant with the lizards. Look, like, Deep Sea comes in, all of Ocean's army is over here. The lizards are going to get this entire mill. And that's probably GG right there. Unless Ocean counterattacks now and gets his own mill. Like, if Sasha's mill stays up for another 40 seconds, then that's GG. Ocean trying to expand over here now, but it's just such an annoying map to play against lizards, because the same thing's going to happen. Because sure, this mill is going to fallow, then he can move his army over here permanently, but then the lizards come in, they still pick off all the warrens. Yeah, this is just, it's such a broad front line with no real obstacles in the way that the lizards can just come in at any place, and there's so much distance between each of the mills. It's just impossible for Ocean to hold in any position that defends all of them at once. The Fox is coming up, but Fox is not going to do well against 33 lizards. Nothing. I mean, Ocean is just massively outnumbered in tier 1 and has nothing that's good against mass numbers of tier 1 in his deck. He's got no AoE, no skunks, no cams, no toads. So yeah, Fox is just pretty useless here. That's a GG for Sasha. Deep Sea. Alright. So, as soon as Deep Sea remembers to swap, then and Arelu hasn't updated the score. Well, either I can do that.
Your children.
Oh. No, not allowed to do crows. So what do we have instead? An owl. Does owl is also a bird. Really? I don't know if I have to really worry about this. I definitely don't. Okay, maybe I do now. He's just going to go straight for the mill. Like, you can't do this. They've nerfed the mole damage. You can't hit the pigs anymore. Like, that's... I've just got so much value there. That's so many dead moles. That is probably GG. Like, that's a devastating amount of damage he's just taken.
Yes.
Honestly, if he just... he would have been better off just trying to go for the mill instead of the moles. On last patch, you could get the... he would have got a farm. But they've just patched it like a week and a half ago or something, where the mole's actual damage has been lowered. Damage against non-structures has been lowered. I can't quite remember the full extent. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that is not really... Or I could properly BM him, actually, if I go to his and then put moles down. It's not a great position to mole. And also, he's going for straight for a warrant, so I don't want to do that. I mean, it's such a wide, large map with so much water. I don't think he's got any chance of really rushing me down. But with the warren, like, right there. Mole? There, shoot. Oh, he absolutely is going to rush me down. Well, obviously the negative is that I lost 2 farms there. The positive is he lost a lot of lizards doing it. And that I have toads to counteract his lizards. I hard counter them. And then I can move into cams. I'm kind of tempted to just go straight for a badger, to be honest. Sod it. I'm on drugs. Let's play like it. I mean, wow. I was very worried because I wasn't here to micro, but luckily he just ran everything straight into it. Yeah, he set himself so far back. Is he even at 8 farms yet? No. Like, my badger started building before he got his 8th farm down, so this is probably a win. Like, he just lost way too many. He lost so many lizards on that original attack, and even with the farm damage he did, I stayed ahead on him on eco anyway. And then he, rather than going back to eco up, he went down and put down another tier 1 Warren. And, well, he then got no value out of it. Okay, so now here, we got to play to the outs here. His one real opportunity is to try and base race us. So I'm just going to make sure that doesn't happen. Well, I've got enough toads enough pigeons to counteract the poison. Alright. Now we just need Araloo. Okay. Araloo versus Deep Sea, aka Sasha. I really got to get in the habit of not calling him Sasha, because it's going to be very confusing to people. Although, quite frankly, they should figure it out from context. Anyway, Squirrel, Mole, Falcon, Skunk, Cam, Raccoon for Deep Sea. Over in the east as the KSR, or, you know, the Mantis God, as my skin is. Against Araloo, over in the west as Boring Old Hopper, with Squirrel, Toad, Pigeon, Ferret, Falcon, Raccoon. So neither player taking any tier 3 is interesting. Both sort of taking decks that focus on the mid game. Deep Sea with the 4 tier 2s, they scale better into the late game. So Araloo is going to have to be more. It's like early mid game against late mid game. Because the ferrets for Araloo as well, they really just don't scale well. Like, you very rarely have cause to get... Basically, like, if you go 10 falcons or 10 cams, each set is really giving you a big boost in power. But if you get 10 ferrets, like, there's basically no real advantage. Like, you hit a wider area, but it's a much smaller increase. Like, it's very diminishing returns. So you pretty much only mass ferrets as, like, a BM move. Like, all for fun. Like, because it's so rare and unique. I don't think there's really not many, if any, situations where you're doing it because it's the sensible and efficient thing to do. So yeah, all that to say, Araloo's deck is going to scale much worse than Sasha's is, Deep Sea's is, because even of the tier 2s he has, one of them is much less scalable. One of the 3, a full 33.33 recurring percent. Anyway, but for now, just raccoons out, gathering food. Where's anyone going to expand? It's kind of an annoying expansion. I'd be annoyed if I was Araloo having to expand all the way out here, but I guess it's not actually that far with the road. There is this path in here, but because of the water, it's not something you should really have to worry about, or at least you should get plenty of warning. You should be able to scout it if they come through here. Deep Sea probably wants to take one of these two. They're, again, a bit inconvenient, but not massively. I just never like expanding this far forward, especially with... Well, the water does make it easier, actually. Anyway, we're going into a fight. Army value's even. Toads... apparently didn't do anything. Arrow's getting pushed back. Most of the tier 2s down, though. Actually ended up being a pretty even fight. Araloo did lose the campfire he was building as well, though. I think so. A slight win for Deep Sea, I think. Oh. My arm is... Oh. Very warm. rolling my sleeves up? I should just take the hoodie off. That'd be smarter. Ooh. Oh, that's significantly better. Kind of need more painkillers. Like, hurting through it. All right. Araloo coming around the side. Deep Sea desperately burrowing back, sells the farm, loses the mill. Possibly could have defended that. The problem is now he's like didn't have time to get his army organised, and he's got nothing to shoot up with anymore. Yeah, it was just that flank really caught Deep Sea unawares. And he did not have enough anti-air to deal with those falcons. Coffin of Andy and Lele still in early access. I'll have to find out later. Alright, so we got Squirrel, Mole, Falcon, Skunk, Cam, Raccoon from Deep Sea against Squirrel, Toad, Pigeon, Ferret, Falcon, or Raccoon from Araloo. These are the same decks. Okay. Same decks. Araloo, I'd say, got the better of the map here with two very close mills. He does have to move forward to get them. Puts them very close to Deep Sea's front lines, but they're on a high ground, and they're all sort of tucked away in the corner, so we can defend all three of them at the same time. Meanwhile, Deep Sea, this one is safe just by dint of being back. But then it's going to be hard for him to get a third. He has to move out, and any of these, even this one, is just quite far out of his way by that point. Because he needs to be holding realistically over here. This is where the front lines are going to meet. I suppose he can, like, by holding here, he keeps the army pinned, so he can freely expand there. Because if Araloo does move over, then Deep Sea will see it easily and then move in himself. But yeah, I'd still probably rather have Araloo's base. Right, so we got raccoons. What am I doing? Zoom in. It's raccoon, pigeon against raccoon, squirrel. Pigeon is dead, a squirrel is dead. Is this raccoon gonna die? It makes it back. At the cost of a toad warren. My arm is really, really, really hurting. But I also kind of don't want to take more painkillers because I am struggling to stay awake as it is. After this, I have no problem with going to bed. But right now, I do need to be awake. Where is Deep Sea's army? He just doesn't seem to really have one. Oh well, here it is. Gets round the toads with his cams. Does take some damage for it, but manages to get at least one cam on the coons, but they just gun it down. I think that was a loss for Deep Sea. No, actually. Araloo started with more army and they ended up even, so that's really an Araloo loss. I guess he just losing all those toads, it didn't give him enough value. Oh, I'm feeling very strange. Probably shouldn't have had the beers. These are probably the type of painkillers you're not supposed to drink with. But, sod it. Okay. So, Araloo comes in. Toads, again, don't really seem to get much done. And, yeah, Deep Sea definitely comes up ahead significantly there. And it's going to push the advantage. Araloo is supply blocked on pretty much everything. All red. Selling his warrens. Forced back onto his space. I feel like this is a... yeah, that's a GG. So we're at 1-1. Give me a moment. I need to turn off the Peter. Alright, hang on, I'm back. I'm back. Squirrel's coming in. Squirrel's dying. Pig down. Deep Sea trying to go for the snake first. It's taking a lot of damage for it. Loses a snake as well. That was pretty devastating damage. And snake is not what you want against this sort of mass tier 1. Sasha's going to go for it. He's going to try and get some chip damage done, but man, that has not gone well. He lost a snake for a squirrel. And yeah, this attack is just going to be it, I think. He's keeping it, he's fighting. I feel like he was on the verge of surrendering. But he's fighting it out. But man, each of these attacks is just getting more devastating. I don't know if Deep Sea has any chance here. He's going for a Hail Mary, taking his snakes all the way around to hit these farms. Problem is, Araloo is just going to move straight in and hit the mill. Like, really, Deep Sea just doesn't have the time to make this work. Like, he's on the pigs. He can get a lot of them. But, yeah, Araloo's smart enough to just go for the mill, to not freak out. And that's 2-1. How long have I been streaming, actually? I was going to say maybe this has been like a 122. Like, this has been a relatively fast PBC because there's only been 4 people, but then I remembered we streamed, like, we basically started it half an hour late because these two never showed up. Which means it's kind of unfair that they get to turn up like 30 minutes late and then get to the finals, but c'est la vie, c'est la vie. I think, was it all like... And I think all the games were nils, weren't they? Like, Araloo 2-0'd me, Sasha 2-0'd Ocean, and then I 2-0'd Ocean. This is the only one where we've not had a straight sweep. Gonna have to moisturize. Oh, man, that feels better. Something no one ever tells you about having dry skin is like the feeling of relief you get from moisturizing. It's like it's actually got the same effect as if you take a big drink of water. Like when you're thirsty, you suddenly just get completely revitalized. Oh, that feels so much better. I think my face is probably very wet and shiny right now. But, yeah, whatever. Anyway. Deep Sea coming in with the snake. Is it getting away? It's killed 2 squirrels. That's 40 food. Still needs another 1 to break even. Okay, makes it back. Another attack. No, not committing to it. I don't know what you do at Deep Sea's position here. Deep Sea is a very aggressive player. He loves attacking. This is kind of an annoying base to attack into because you've got this mill here, which is going to just absorb shots. Oh, but he's getting a lot of spread out poison tags there. Pigeons are doing their best. I mean, it was a win for Araloo. I didn't think it was going to be. But no, that was a pretty solid win by the numbers. Because of this pig is right on the corner, like if this pig had been anywhere else, Araloo probably would have lost it, and that would have evened things out immensely. But with the way this is set up, with the pig all the way, like everything's behind this mill, including the pig, so it's quite hard. Like Deep Sea has to go quite far in to actually start hitting. Going for multi-tier 2. Oh, I just realised he changed his deck. What's he taken out? He's put in like 5 tier 2s. What was he missing? He had the raccoons, he definitely had the snakes last game. Pretty sure he had the skunks and the falcons. Is it the cams? No, it's the skunks he's put in. It's either skunks or cams that he's put in. What did he take out? Was it moles? I think it's moles. But anyway, 5 tier 2. I mean, the tier 2s have a lot of synergy with each other. So, I think his deck is actually pretty powerful. It just becomes a matter of whether or not he can get them all out. And relying on so much tier 2s, it means that your army is actually quite expensive. It makes it take a long time to resupply. Okay, toads come in, blow up on the cams, but the cams tank it. Everything else goes down. Well, I mean, Sasha just has a 1 raccoon and the skunks, but that's enough to start getting damage. The raccoon, they'll deal with the tier 1 pretty easily, though the pigeons actually counteract a lot of the skunk gas. He did pick off a pig. Yeah, that was a win for Deep Sea there. Not a devastating, decisive win, but a win. If he'd been able to keep one of his falcons alive, he probably could have snowballed from there. Oh, you know, because I've been on painkillers the last couple of days, I've forgotten how much this actually has started to hurt. And oh my goodness. I like just bent my arm and it started screaming. It's like it's like a tendon or something has been tied in a knot. I genuinely feel like, well, I did on Saturday, that like if I got a knife and just went like it would actually be a net benefit in terms of pain relieved against pain caused. Like my arm is in a bad way. And yeah, it's quite a distraction. It's a shame because this is actually quite a tense game. Both players up to 6 farms, even army. No one's really had... We've had a bit of back and forth, but the wins have all been small enough that no one's really managed to get an edge. Oh, is Deep Sea coming in? No, I thought it'd be weird because he's got all these falcons building. So this is a sort of situation where you're in this stalemate that's going on for 7 minutes. This is the sort of situation where you'd really want a tier 3. Something really powerful to break the deadlock. Now, I mean, Deep Sea can just... Falcons are like a 2.5 tier unit, especially once you get enough of them. Like, it's pretty common to use them as a tier 3 substitute. So I'd expect to see Araloo start spamming them down as well. Deep Sea's gone up to 6. Deep Sea's also gone up to a full 8 farms on his second base. I don't know why Arrowlee's really fallen behind in terms of army and economy. I don't know how or why, because they've been even for so much of it. I presume Deep Sea did a cell trick, but here we go. Right, the Toads for Arrowlee didn't seem to do anything, and his army just gets devastated. That's GG. We're going to game 5 now. Like, that was just a devastating loss. I don't even know how. It's just all of Arrowlee's army was so clumped up together. Deep Sea had such a better concave around it. Just absolutely destroyed it. Alright, here we are. Game 5 out of 5. Winner takes it all. Going for the 5 tier 2 deck again for Deep Sea. Arrowlee sticking with the same deck. Oh, no. Deep Sea dropping the snakes. Taking the moles. He didn't use snakes last game. I think he did. I guess it makes sense, because snakes really, they're sort of anti-tier 2, anti-tier 3. They're, like, good at dealing with high target, high health, high value units. And Arrowlee isn't really relying on those. He doesn't have any tier 3. He doesn't have much tier 2. Well, he's got 3 tier 2s, and he is relying heavily on them, but the snakes don't really do too well against the Falcons mainly, because the Falcons can gun them down before the poison really has a chance to tick up. And they're not terrible against the raccoons, but it's more of a you use the snakes to stop the raccoons kiting. I think if you just put a snake and a raccoon within range of each other, I'm pretty sure the raccoon kills the snake first. No, probably not. But the point is that snakes and raccoons are probably pretty even. So it's not a massive advantage there either, because raccoons also are kind of focus on one target. They like doing... They've got pretty high DPS, so they also like just hitting one high value unit. Alright. Arrowlee, both players going for quick raccoons. Crashing. Just got to stay up a bit longer. Ugh. Oh my goodness, it's only been 2 minutes. Well, close to 3. And that's where we get our first expansion. Both players seem to be actually going quite slow. Maybe it's just me. Maybe because my reactions are slower, everything else feels faster. So I feel like we've gone through more time than we actually have, because I think the clock is moving speedier than it is. Right? But neither player has made an attack, neither player has really gone for anything too fancy, just sort of building up armies. The fact that Sasha hasn't even tried to expand yet is quite interesting. Neither has expanded. Araloo coming in with a massive army advantage, but the Toads do not get the work done. And the army gets chased off. Army's getting chased all the way back. Like those Toads for Araloo just did not hit. I don't know what they hit. They died. So they either hit something or something hit them. Okay, so another lull. Both players not really expanding until after the fallow point, which means they're going to be taking. It's going to be very slow to eco back up to 8 farms. Both players are clearly very worried about an attack. 6 raccoons from Araloo. It's quite a lot. This is basically an extra farm, which is actually pretty significant at the moment. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I zoned out. I was trying to count the tempo of when the raccoons get when the raccoons farm. But Sasha's come in. He's picked off a Warren, but not really any units. Getting chased. These Toads get a bit more done, but they're not killing these cams the way that Araloo wants them to. Araloo gets chased all the way back onto the second base, and this might be GG. He's losing a farm. He is okay. The mill tanks enough for it to keep the raccoons alive. He hunts down the falcon as it retreats. Has ended up with higher army, but he's down to just 2 farms compared to Deep Sea's 4. Like, he kind of needs to get some catastrophic damage done to make up for it. I mean, the raccoons are giving him some extra food as well, but that's really just going to help him resupply. Is it going to do anything about the actual the farm deficit? Oh dear, it's quite hard for me to see at the moment. Everything's blurry. Good thing I've got new glasses coming soon. I'm pretty sure that if I just close my eyes and I could go to sleep right here. I have fallen asleep while streaming before, but that was when I was taking I had a lot more to drink, so I'm gonna try and avoid it. I don't know. What's happening? Okay, we're getting a push from Araloo. Both players kind of ecoed back up. Well, they're both even at least. Well, it will be as soon as... I mean, Araloo's a bit slower getting there. But like I said, he's got the 6 raccoons, so he's actually... That's keeping him even, because that's essentially an extra farm. And deep seas aren't even getting him the scavenger bonus at the moment because they're not out of his territory. He's playing more cautious with them. Like, this is... Now we need to start thinking about third mills, really. Like, preemptively. Araloo has a nice one out here, which is pretty safe. Or, since he's holding up here anyway, he might take this one. Deep Sea really only has this mill as a option. Which is going to sort of force a conflict. And it means that Araloo could take into ferrets and start sieging. Alright, here we go. Where are these toads going? They're going straight for the squirrels. They get a pretty juicy hit. The commander goes down, but, oh, does it matter? Okay, so the army for Araloo gets cleared up. But 2 farms down for Deep Sea. Ooh, I don't know if that's... That might be a... I don't know, I think that's... This is a very even game. Like, both those farms going down. This farm nearly went down as well, but it just about stayed alive. It means that it's hard for Deep Sea to... Deep Sea doesn't really have the means to counterattack. Araloo can build up his army while Deep Sea is repairing his eco. So they're, again, pretty much neck and neck. Although, Araloo... Okay, we're a bit of difference here, where Araloo is ahead on an eco, and Deep Sea is ahead on army. Deep Sea moving his army out here. It looks like he's getting ready to take this mill. Kind of doesn't have it yet. There we go. But this is just forcing a conflict. And, oh, the toads do not get as much value. And the cams, brilliant flank. This might be it for Araloo. He does not have a lot of army left. How much can he rebuild? He needs to hit that falcon. Okay, he's got the falcon, he's got the raccoons. The skunks are less of a problem by themselves. But now it's Araloo's turn to go down 2 farms. Everyone at 4 farms each. It's a real nail biter of a series. This is a good last game. Like, this is about as even as it could possibly be. Okay, so Araloo might take these back. He might expand. He can't just stay on 2 bases though now. Like, these farms are gonna fallow. Deep Sea managed to keep that base alive. I'd say Deep Sea is probably ahead after that. Simply because he has the 3rd mill ready to go. Araloo is still the only one getting scavenger value from his raccoons. Deep Sea is keeping his close in the territory as a more defensive posture. But Araloo isn't expanding. I feel like he's got to expand. Or he's just all in, I guess. But this is all in when you're even army. Like, surely this doesn't work. The toads come in, but there's only 3 of them. They do get a decent hit on the cams, and this big old concave of the squirrels is not good enough. And that is surely GG. Araloo has lost another army. Deep Sea kept 4 of his tier 2s alive. He's ahead on farms. Araloo went all in and did not win. I don't think Araloo can come back from this now. He simply does not have the eco. He's had to sell all his tier 2. The tier 1, he's going pure tier 1 against a skunk cam combo. And because of his low eco, it's going to be impossible for him to actually afford to buy new eco. And yeah, look at how easily those squirrels go down now. And that is GG. That is... that was a heck of a game. Even almost all the way through, but Sasha Deep Sea managed to clutch it out in the end. And that is the tourney. Sasha takes a win. Alright, now, I think you can tell I'm not exactly high energy right now. So, I'm going to stop the stream. Obviously, be back on Monday with more PBC. And I've started a new series on Fridays called Finish It Fridays, where I'm just going through a whole bunch of old games. So if you want to see me stream anything that isn't Tooth and Tail, come there and I'll be finishing off games that I started and, never completed. And hopefully I'll build into doing more stuff in the week. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a good night. Toodles.